Welcome to Quickshots. Quickshots.
Welcome to Quickshots. We are just battling. We're just battling here. Producer Nick has gone home to help out his wife with his sick son, and James and I are running around the studios like mad people, but that is A-okay. Kazi.
Yeah, I'll hit you with this
Catch
one.
your breath.
Question one. Question one comes from Tim. Wants to know, should I, or we rather, pay LMI or alternatively put in a 20% deposit / save for longer? So a few ways you can handle that, but over to you. Lender's mortgage insurance, by the way, is what LMI means for those listening along at home.
Okay, so it's a good question, and I suppose it depends on the buyer, right? Are you an owner-occupier looking to buy your own home? Are you an investor? And also, do you have the money already? Or are you thinking, no, I've got to save and make sure I get that 20% before I buy? Right now, the first thing I would say off the top across all categories is don't be too scared of lender's mortgage insurance because it's normally capped onto the top of your loan. So in most cases, you're actually borrowing 88%, and then the LMI, lender's mortgage insurance, is capped onto that. So effectively, you're borrowing 90% of the property. And in many cases, it'll get you in sooner rather than you trying to save and be on that conveyor belt that's catching up to the growth of the property market. In our episode this week, we talked about how undersupplied we are and how supply obviously is dwindled, or it has dwindled, and the demand is so much higher, and that's really where we see that price growth. So right now, today, I think just get into the market rather than saving longer. I mean, we're seeing 2 to 3% growth per month in the main capitals over on the East Coast. So, if your LMI is about 8 to 10 grand, that's a lot less than the 2% that you're constantly sort of trying to catch up on.
The opportunity cost, so to speak.
Or loss. Or loss. Now, if you have the cash, if you've got the 20%, I would also say go for the LMI because, it means you can put 10%. I'm sure it's a lot more than 10 grand. 10% in your offset account, and you can offset that loan. And also, it's accessible to you. You can take it anytime you want. Rainy day fun, buy a second property. Maybe you'll stumble across an opportunity and you'll find your dream home one day accidentally when you're out selling encyclopedias, and you'll be able to buy it because you got the cash there. So I think just, options. You got options. Sorry. That went for so long.
Options and flexibility.
So
what do you got for me? Hit me with the next one.
This one's from Miriam. Oh, so hard. Crystal ball. What do you think the interest rates will be at the end of the year? I am so not answering that.
Well, it's a guess at this point, but I think the money seems to be, and I know I'm not a bettor, but I think the markets do have a good read on this because economists will do all sorts of equations that will try and figure it out. But most people have got it at least 1% above where it is today. So that's it's 0.35% with the Reserve Bank, normally about 2% higher if you're paying an owner-occupier interest rate.
Yeah.
So 2.35, that would have it at about 3.35, early 3% by the end of this year. That's probably, as good a guess as I could have at this moment in time. 1% wouldn't surprise me is probably the short answer.
I'm going to say, 1%, as in 1.00 at the end of this year, not
for the cash rate. So that'd be 3% maybe for the average punter.
That's right.
We're guessing though because 6 months is a long time. In fact, 6 months was a lifetime in lockdown, as Alex would attest to.
And also, we're not economists.
Yeah, correct. This next one has come from Nick. Wants to know, what do you think? What do you think in this crazy market about negotiating the price on a property versus the risk of losing it? What are your thoughts on that one?
You always want to negotiate a little bit, but it really depends. Like, you've got to be able to sort of like suss out the situation that you're in a little bit. But I will say, cuz, what's always worked for me in hot markets and trying to negotiate just a little bit is always putting in an offer on the contract with great terms. So in many scenarios, if you're willing to settle in a shorter time frame, you've got a bigger deposit, or you're just not signing subject to finance, you might be able to get that property a little bit cheaper. But what do you think on that as well?
Ask the agent to draw you up a contract. Is that what you mean? Like it's like sign an actual contract. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I agree.
Don't negotiate dollars and cents without saying, hey, here's the contract. This is my offer. It's in paper.
Makes it more real, doesn't it?
Makes it more real. All you need to do is execute so that we're on foot. What do you think, though? Queensland's going pretty hot up there. Is it too risky to negotiate? It's a very, very good question, actually.
I mean, it depends on the market, right? But I think, and I don't know what you find, but if I've ever got friends and family asking me my thoughts on an area and they've been looking for more than a month or two, they are so much more knowledgeable than me on that particular area. Like they know everything that's going on, what's fair value, what's not. So I think you just got to back yourself in, and could not agree more that putting in a contract offer that makes it a bit more real for the agent and the person who's selling. I reckon that's a great idea to, if you're going to negotiate, that's a good and proven way to successfully do so.
Yeah, it's not this whole so you're speaking to the agent and going, would they take 700? No, don't do that. Give it to them in a contract. Exactly. But also, you need to just gauge the agent as well. What are they doing? Are they calling you much? Are you always calling them? Maybe they're just dealing with two. You just don't know.
That's why they call you Deals Fitzgerald, my friend.
Everybody calls me that. It's actually bizarre how everyone just calls me that. No, Slingshot is actually somehow stuck on.
Yeah, you like that one.
2 years.
Hey, thank you, everybody. If you do listen and recommend us to your friends, we know you do, and we love you for it. So thank you. Keep doing so. If you got questions, send them in. We love hearing from you. We get a real kick out of it. Our Instagram handle is in the show notes as well as our emails.
Oh, he doesn't know it.
I don't know what it is, but it's
the doubleshot podcast.
At the doubleshot.podcast, something like that.
Yeah.
You'll find us. Thanks, guys. Enjoy. Take care.
Deals Fitzgerald, over and out. Thanks for listening to another episode of The Double Shot with your favourite cousins, Alex and James Fitzgerald. If you've got a burning question or something we absolutely need to talk about on the pod, please write to us. Both of our emails are in the show notes. For little real estate tidbits and a little bit of banter, a lot of banter, you can follow us on the gram. Our handle is thedoubleshot.podcast. That, my friends, is thedoubleshot.podcast. Until next time, think of us when you sit back and sip your next double shot.